Hi, welcome back to Roots Tales. Today I'm going to be talking more about Fela Anikulapo Kuti. And the group, one, it was one of the greatest musicians and activists, and and the fearless is fearless, and you know, there's no denying about that. And we're still going to be talking more about his music and his activities that he did, and then also the things that have been going on around that everyone can see. Just for me, see, that's why I left my gray hair out today. So I'm an old school because we those days Fela Kuti was everything. Even his music till now still one of the best. But we can't deny the new ones that are coming up. The good music they have too. I love Wizkid. I'm one of his biggest fan. So this though I love Fela Kuti as well. But we have to really, really talk how the son Seun Kuti has been going all around, fighting, insulting, talking things that are not supposed to be sometimes. Let me tell you one thing, I know he loves his dad. He wants to see his dad's name being there, but you can't force people to love someone, You can't force people to talk good about someone, we the old school, we talk good about him when we want to talk about it. That doesn't mean that I can't still talk good about whiskey. I know the Gen Z can be very rude, the way they fan people, the way they fan their favorites. They go all the way with insults and stuff like that. It can be hard to hear online. When you're online, people say that. But why do you have to listen to them? And it's like when you speak about it more, that's when they want to be attacking more or say something that will piss you off more. You should have let that. You're too big for that to be joining this Jay-Z to argue about who's the greatest, who's not the greatest. We know your dad is the greatest, and then even adding whiskey into it, it's just for me not something I envy or I like seeing you do. And one thing is that now you talk about him so much, and he gets fed up and said, okay, he didn't even still insult your dad, and he said, I'm the greatest, what do you want to do about it? You understand? He didn't insult your dad. I was so disgusted when your sister came out and started swearing at him, his late mom, and all. That's just so low, very, very low. Especially that he didn't insult your dad. He only just said, I'm the greatest. That doesn't make anything. It won't change anything that your dad is the greatest. And he didn't even mean that, because one thing is that I know that Wizkid really, really respects the things that your dad has done, and I believe he knows that he's the greatest. But because of your rant online, that is why he came out to say that, not what he believes. Sometimes you can say something that you just want to piss that person off. And your sister just rain a curse on him like, that is so low. Even your Fela Nicola Pokuti would never ever go that low. If he's insulting the government and everything, he doesn't go that deep. Like, he knows how to insult people that will pain them, that will not even still be like this kind of bad cause. That is who your dad is, your dad's. And the way you guys are coming out to just, I don't know, especially Seun Kuti, he's just making the whole thing too much. He's making it look like I have to fight every time to talk. The way he puts it in is too much. It's just too much. Okay, then let's talk about it. Let's talk about more of what he's talking about. Yes, Wizkid is one of the greatest now, and your dad is the greatest in the past for music part. But for activists, it's different because Wizkid is not an activist. He doesn't sing any song that is activist. So, and we can't force him to do that. You can't make him sing to save. You can't make him want to save the country because he's a musician. The boy just want to make his money and make his music. Yes, his music is great. Doesn't make you people, everybody who say, he doesn't do activity stuff. He doesn't want to do it, but he's great with what he does. He's great with it. The people shouldn't focus on it. Focus on the music part. Don't focus on the things, because two things, they are mending together. They are mending two people that are so different. because Fela Anikulapo Kuti is good with his craft. He makes music that touches people, that talks about what is going on and the things that need to be changed, how things are going. So that is where he speaks his own to speak. And apart from that, he still speak out of the music part. Wizkid is not. I don't want to do that. Have you ever seen Wizkid talk about anything political? No. Even Davido, that the families are more of them in politics. He never speak about political stuff, except if he's coming to fight for his uncle. When somebody insulted his uncle once, he's never. So I don't see the reason why Seun Kuti is just carrying this thing so much. I respected him much before, but when he started ranting for how many days about this, I just like, what is this? Why is he going all this way for such thing? I know many people will not agree. Those people that I love him, I follow him. I always want to listen to his talk because he speaks really well about things that is going on. He's so educated in many things, but going this low like a child is not. It doesn't look good on him. It really doesn't look good on him because with music, Wizkid is good, great, one of the great. He's great with his music. And he mind his business all the time. Except people start poking on him, he comes out and talk. And now then it becomes like everybody wants to bite his head off. I think Seun Kuti should stop trying to make people. You can't force people to do something. Even as VDM is now, VDM has been doing things to it so much. His own way of even trying to make Nigeria better is different from what his dad does those days. Even though we know he's greatest, but it doesn't mean that. Very Dark Man, his own way is even, I'm telling you, maybe how many years later, our kids then will be saying, oh, who is he? Who, is not the greatest. Maybe someone that will be involved, then they will be saying that person is greatest. Even as now that is still alive and doing the things, still continue to save lives, still continue to help people. Many people in Nigeria still don't see him as somebody that is doing anything for Nigeria. They just believe he's a nuisance. So why do you think that everybody will just fall into you guys and say, oh, your dad is the greatest or the best? You can't expect everybody to do that. And most people you can't. I know your dad is history. Even the history, if people who really learn the history, they know that he's the greatest. Most of these Gen Z, what do? They don't care about all those things. You're fighting people who don't have anything to do with history or to do with anything concerning Nigeria. Look, that's why Nigeria is still like this, because they don't care to fight for Nigeria. They don't care to stop doing things that they're doing. When Very Dark Man is doing something, you see most youth on Twitter, they are the one that fight him more, because all they believe is to worship the criminals that steal from Nigeria to become rich, and they worship them. Those actors and actresses that lie and do things and come out and lie to them like they are doing something real where they are not doing anything. Those are the kind of people they worship. And you come out as a 40 something, I don't know if it's 40, I think maybe just on 40 or so. I know I'm older than you, but you come out and start ranting. It's just, for me, I saw all this, I didn't even watch because I like watching when you talk about things, politics and things that's going on in Nigeria. I never really watch it until I saw people start talking about what Wizkid came out to post. And I checked Wizkid's page and I saw that, oh my God. So I just want to put history, we know. Till now, many people still don't follow what is history. Some people don't even know the history of things that is happening in Nigeria. All they know now is what is going on now. The same thing like all those things that is going on. I'm telling you, years to come, people will just see his name will be in history too, but some people will still see. I hope the mindset of the people then has changed, not like the ones now that their mindset is so down. I don't want to use so before they attack me. I'm telling you, the Gen Z of now is not people to even be arguing with. Me, I don't bother, and I don't think Seun Kuti should bother that. So that is what I just wanted to say, because for me, everyone is great in their way, but Fela Anikulapo Kuti is the greatest, one of the greatest, and there are so many great people in Nigeria that we can point at, or not so much, but at least we have some, there. People don't even talk some of them, but because your dad was a musician and the music still goes on, the music is still there, and the children, you guys are carrying the music. Yes, that's why he is still being talked about much like that online. So at least you should know that people know him. People know him, they know him as the greatest. We know him. Even the people that are arguing with you, they know. just because they want to make you feel so bad. That's why they're attacking you, not anything else. They know it's the greatest. You know, they can say Wizkid is the greatest, but they know back of their head that he's the greatest. So we should just, you guys should stop it. And your sister too. Your sister wasn't. It didn't even make anything better, because if somebody can come out and just talk like that when they never insulting, he never calls on your dad or anything, never take anything away. You only just say yes, I'm greater than your dad. That is all. That doesn't make anything to. It doesn't make any changes for what we know or what he himself know. So thank you. I don't want to be repeating myself, but I just want to put my 2 cents on this. And I hope Seun Kuti don't come out to start speaking again. And he should really, really take it easy with this, trying to defend the, trying to keep talking about the, trying to make people know who the father is. Your father history will still come. I'm telling you, even now, it might not be big like this. One day, your father's name, because all these our politicians are, they are just there to chop money. They don't want to give kudos to kudos. Your dad's name is supposed to be so part of what is like an image should need to be done, like built for him somewhere, like in a very high place that people will come and talk about. People will come from all over the world to go talk. It don't need to be a shrine. The government is supposed to be doing something for him that will show his things. And this is why these kids are not even taking it serious. This is why they're not taking it serious. But what Very Dark Man is always saying, this is going to change the country, and we will change the country. And I hope the country will change. Then, when we get a good government, we get a good leaders, they will honor your dad. They will honor him. They will honor him in a big way, that they will even have a day for him, because he deserves to have that. So don't push people. Don't try to make people see you. You are not the one. You are this child. You are not the one to tell people who your dad is. It come. You can go tell the government to do something to bring him on, but they won't, because they know he fight against them. Because they're doing worse than what people who he was fighting with. To show you that people are great and more greater coming. Very Dark Man is not a musician, but his voice is loud. He's not even singing, and he can speak so loud that everyone can hear him and everyone can see him. That music make more people to hear about it, because he was a musician, but Very Dark Man he's not even a musician. You know. So you can see, I'm not comparing now. Don't come and say I'm comparing Very Dark Man. No, they are different. But Very Dark Man is great. I'm telling you, in the future, Very Dark Man will be one of the greatest. I promise you, people. Now people are just, they don't value him now. But in the future, people will know. Even those people that are criticizing him now, we speak about him. It need to be studied. Because that guy is, I don't know. So you see, we are getting more people who want. It's hard to find someone like him. It's hard to find someone like your dad. You know, even though your dad was the greatest, there are some things he still did back in those days that will still not be good in the eyes of many people. So this fight about this shouldn't, and they shouldn't put Wizkid in this, because it is his fans, and that's really go all out. And he can't come out and say, oh, stop talking about him in this. Wizkid don't do that. He only come out when you insult him. Wizkid don't come out to debunk things or to tell people, no, don't say this. He can't tell them their mind. Even if he tell them, they will still say what they want to say. Wizkid fans are insane. I'm one of them, but I don't go all out, because I can't be insulting people because I'm fan to someone. I can't. Yeah. So everyone, please share this, so let it go far, so that people can just hear my thoughts. You know, if you kind of get what I'm saying, I hope I could, I could give you more of that, So it is, and let's be honest. Fela Nicola Kuti and Wizkid, they are all global. They are global, both of them. They went global, So why do you want to be pairing them together? Wizkid is great in his own time. Just that he's alive, and he can speak for himself. He can still do more. He's got music that really touches the souls. Music that we enjoy so much. Your dad too has music. His own music is like I don't know the word for it. Like when freedom music. lessons, teaching, and making points, like giving people what is going on, you know. I love his music. His music was one. It's in now, still does. I still listen to his song. So everyone, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more. I really just want to talk about this because I'm not really talking about things because I love these two people. They people are comparing to one another. I love them so much. So this is why I say let me speak about it today and see what you guys think. So let's get into the comment section. Let's talk about it more. Let's debate on it.